Hey, I just wanted to let all the Bachmaniacs know that I am documenting my journey here to Atlanta. I just got back from the zoo. I flew in direct from Peoria, went to the rent-a-car center, picked that up, and went straight to the zoo. Checked into my hotel. Now I need some food because I've barely eaten all day. Once I get a few things unpacked, I am heading out to get some food because I've barely eaten all day, and then I'm headed to the One Fall Power Wrestling Academy. It's 11:15. I just got done training at the One Fall Power Factory in Norcross, Georgia, and it was very cool. Thank you to Elijah and Thunder and Justin, who were all there to help me out. I feel like I had some holes in my wrestling game that I might be able to patch up now. Time to get some food, 11:15 at Walmart, because I don't know where else is open around my hotel, so this is going to have to do for tonight. This Southwest salad is not ideal at all for the numbers I'm on. I'm using Black Iron Nutrition to help me count my macros, but this week I'm just trying to keep with my calories. Hey, so I'm on the elliptical. I'm 11 some minutes into a 60-minute elliptical workout because I'm trying to be Ric Flair or something. I was trying to work out on this treadmill, but I hopped on and I pressed the button and nothing was working. So instead of that busted ass treadmill, I'm riding this guy today. I don't think I mentioned this last night, but in case you haven't seen my stories, I've been training for a half marathon. I ran 8 miles last Friday for the first time in my life, and wrestling still blew me up after 5 minutes in the ring. That was just a warm-up drill too. I was like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. I've been putting in all this endurance work. I didn't pace myself. Just the practice drill blew me up. But I'm working, I'm getting better. Hey, while I'm on this thing, I got a lot of time to kill. I got 46 minutes, so you might get a lot of stories from me. But I want to tell you why I'm here in Atlanta this week and share with you what I've done so far and what I'll be doing. I've been invited down by the DDP Yoga crew for my first ever DDP Yoga Transformation Summit. I'm very, very excited about this. I've been teaching it for about 3 years. When I got here yesterday, I went straight to the zoo from the airport after picking up my rental car. Went from the zoo to the hotel, then went to Panera Bread, which is right in the parking lot here. I thought I was late because it's supposed to be a 20-minute drive from my place out to the One Fall Power Factory. It took me almost an hour because of Atlanta traffic and accidents. But I made it. I got a full weight workout in, thanks to Elijah Evans. And then we got in the ring for about 2 hours, did some drills, did some matches, had a great time, loved it. Hey, we're really gonna see how bad the Wi-Fi is here because all those videos I took on the elliptical this morning took like hours to upload. Anyway, we'll see how these upload. It's 10:39. We're in the Eastern time zone here at the La Quinta in Smyrna, Georgia. I meant to do a lot more of these stories, but I got a notification while I was driving that my data is just being sucked up by something, so I'm trying to send less photos and videos so that I don't lose my data, but I'm still going to wind up paying that $15 extra fee. Now I'm going to bore you to death with the details of my boring Thursday afternoon. My boring Thursday afternoon. Class was over, so I came back to the hotel, and I'm like, man, I don't want to be here, because if I'm here, I'm just going to take a nap and not be able to sleep tonight, so I'm going out. I went to this place called the Battery Atlanta, which had a bunch of restaurants, which I didn't want to eat at because I knew we were eating at a restaurant tonight, and then like a bunch of baseball stuff, and I don't follow sports, so I got done with that, and I went to the Cumberland Mall, which is nice, but it's like I was talking with this woman, Brittany, at dinner, and it's all shoe stores. Granted, my one pair of shoes that I'm doing most of my walking around in, they're shot, so I need new shoes, but then I went putzed around at Barnes & Noble for like an hour just waiting for dinner because I didn't want to have to come back to my hotel and then back to the Big Chow. Big Chow was great. I sat by this guy Daniel that I met earlier today. He's very nice. He's from Colorado. And then I also talked to Brittany and Gabe. Actually, one thing about Daniel, he told me he lost like 70 pounds on the DDP yoga program, and I may have gotten that wrong, but he lost a bunch of weight. He looks great. And then Brittany and Gabe, who sat with us, have also together lost a bunch of weight. And after like an hour, she showed me their transformation pictures, and I've seen these people before, but I got to meet them. And then as I was walking out, I introduced myself to Arthur Boorman. You may have seen him. He's the disabled veteran who never gave up, was told he would never walk again. And he's walking. His story has inspired millions. I just looked, his video has 17 million views on YouTube, so it was great to talk to him. I've had probably 100 different people come into my DDP yoga class over the past 2 or 3 years, and they've seen his video more than anybody else. So I mentioned it to him, but I wanted to just say here a public thank you to Arthur for inspiring people around the world. If you are in Smyrna or you're here for the Transformation Summit, I will be teaching DDPY, DDP Yoga tomorrow at 10:30 now, I believe. Hey, funny story. I don't know how many people I've told this to. Obviously, if you're on my page, maybe or maybe not obvious, I don't know. I'm an independent professional wrestler. The first time I met the wild-eyed Southern boy, Tracy Smothers, I told him that I taught DDP Yoga, and he looks at me and he goes, "Yoga." I don't think Tracy knows my real name, and for a while I didn't even know if he knew me as Sensei Bach. He just knew me as Yoga. All right, I'm going to wrap this up because I think you all are tired of tapping right, and I don't really know what more I have to say, so good night. Hey, if you like these videos and you're watching them, can you let me know, because I don't know if they're doing any good. One person did send me a message, so thank you for that. That's why I'm doing this late night splat now, because one person messaged me to tell me that she thought these videos were great. So, sorry y'all. It's Friday night. I'm in my hotel room here at the La Quinta in Smyrna, Georgia, trying to find a good light. I think these uploads are going to be awful, but I'll do my best to share my story of today. As I'm sure you've probably seen by now, I just got back from Southern Honor Wrestling in Canton, Georgia, I think it was. I don't know. I got to meet Raven, which was pretty cool. Raven asked me where I was from. I said, Illinois. He goes, "Where at?" And I said, Peoria. And then he just kind of grumbled because I don't think he remembers being in Peoria at all, even though I remember seeing him there several times, I think in 98 and 99. And then I'm standing there and I'm talking to a new friend that I made here at the DDP Yoga Transformation Summit, and he goes, "Is that who I think it is?" I go, "I don't know, I can't tell." And he goes, "He's wearing a Tosh.0 shirt. I think that's the guy." And I go, "What do you mean the guy?" I want to give a huge thumbs up to Southern Honor Wrestling. It was a top-notch production all the way around. Great show. As far as the rest of today went, it was great. My session at the DDP Yoga Performance Center went great. I stuck to my time. So did all 3 of the other instructors. It was. And then everybody who was at the summit got their picture taken, which I thought was a really nice thing that the DDP Yoga people did, taking everybody's picture professional. One of the things I did today that I'm really glad I got to do was tell Dallas how he inspired me to get into wrestling when I thought I was too old, even at 26. And when I did, Dallas got the biggest smile on his face, and his wife goes, "Who's Tracy Smothers?" And Dallas just shook his head. This was day 2 of the DDP Yoga Transformation Summit. I've met so many cool people that have so many amazing stories about how DDP Yoga has changed their lives. I want to talk a whole lot more about this summit, and I might at some point in the future, but I have a 7:30 workout, and it's like, I don't know, 11:15 or something. I don't know. Oh, but before I go, I want to get breakfast tomorrow before I go to this thing, and they don't even open breakfast till 7 o'clock, but I have to they open at 7, but I have to be at the Performance Center at 7:30, so I'm thinking about just wolfing down a whole bunch of food right at 7 o'clock. Maybe what I should do is go down there like 6:50 and just stake out the breakfast station and wait. Maybe I'll get a little bit early head start on breakfast. So there's a 7:30 class. Some of the other DDP yoga instructors are teaching that. After the class, I'm headed over to the legendary accountability crib. Lacey is putting on a DDP yoga I guess it's more of a positively unstoppable book club talk for an hour. And then immediately after that is an instructors meeting for all the DDP Yoga instructors, I think from 2:30 to 4:30. And then I'm free again until 9:30. I know I said I was going to leave like a few minutes ago, and so I'm sorry I keep rambling, but do you guys like these? Like, are these fun? Do you want to keep seeing me do stuff like this in the future? Hit me with a DM, swipe that way, swipe up, and let me know what you think of these. See you tomorrow. Good morning. It is about 10 to 7 here in Atlanta. Breakfast is supposed to open in like 5 minutes. I guess 10 minutes. I think the bad thing is that only 2 of the videos I made last night actually uploaded, so you'll finally be seeing this when I get to the DDP Yoga Performance Center today. I'm excited for this. I know it doesn't seem like I'm excited because I'm still tired, but I'm excited for the 7:30 workout with King and whoever else is teaching today. And I'll be sure to update you later.
It's not going to be an easy class to try and get up and do for anyone in this room, so well done. This is the first official class of the
Workout here at the Performance Center is done. I am headed to the DDP, I guess it's the Accountability Club's DDP's old house. I'm in the kitchen here at the DDP Yoga Performance Center. I'll flip around everybody. The class is about to begin with the yoga doc. Also, on a completely random note, it is Chester Bennington's birthday, and this town is obsessed with Lincoln Park.
Incredible masters on the app teaching you all kinds of cool classes, amazing classes of all different types on the app. And here, I want to see if I can teach you little ways of getting the best out of each position, just in your regular practice. So, you guys ready to rock and roll or what?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna know who did one.
Hey, just wanted to let everybody know that this Walgreens is the dirt worst, even though there are no signs right here. I came out of dinner to find that I had a boot on my car and I had to pay this jabroni $50 to get it off. Hello from Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. I have breaking news that I wanted to tell you from the airport right here this morning. This is breaking news, by the way. I have 7% data left, with 13 days left in my cycle. I will try, but I'm sure I will forget that I have 13 days left in my cycle, but I'll try to remember to update when that 13 days is up. Hey, I'm home. I'm so happy to have been invited to the 3rd DDP Yoga Transformation Summit. What a great experience, but here's one ironic thing about it. The program guide came out for my town's new offerings that are going to be starting up in May. Guess what class isn't included? If you're in the Metamora area, I have every intention of teaching DDP Yoga Thursday nights at 6:30 right here on the Metamora Town Square. But until then, I'm still waiting for more information. Not only do I intend to teach DDP Yoga every Thursday night at 6:30, but I'm starting a women's self-defense class that will meet on select Tuesdays, May through August.